What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Paper Straw Podcast. I am Chris Short. I'll be steering the ship today, and with me, as always, Ian and Christian. What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Good.
Hey, I'm
How's
good.
everyone?
Yeah, and apologies first and foremost because I am under the weather, but I
Hmm.
will push through this for about an hour or so. And so just ignore any foul language you may hear for no reason. It's just me dealing.
Foul language is basically normal for us.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
time it's just going to be random for no reason. I just be like,
Okay.
yeah.
No
Um,
holds barred for this
It's not like we
episode, that's
plan
for
it.
hmm. But I had an idea a minute ago as I was scrolling through Instagram. Um, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to scroll Instagram this episode, and it should give us some topics.
Okay.
So we're
see.
re we're restarting. You can see I'm gonna. I wish I could share my screen, but I'm really not going to. I'm gonna hope it's not just straight up boobies. This dude. Ain't much to talk about, really. There's this. I don't know if he has a mental issue or if he's the world's greatest troll or if he has a head injury.
Who is that?
But it's a guy called Fancy Chef.
Oh yeah, we've encountered Fancy Chef in previous episodes.
Oh,
So
did we
yeah,
talk about it before?
his we've talked about it before.
Yeah,
I
Fancy
think
We
Chef.
the
did.
second episode I was involved with. Yeah.
Still trying to get that sponsorship. But yeah. Anyway, if the viewers don't know who Fancy Chef is, and if you can tolerate absolute idiocracy, then give him a follow or at least go check out his page. Again, I don't know, I don't know about this dude, but the comment section of his posts will always be fun. So first three comments, uh, it's over, boys. The chef discovered Sazone. I don't know what that is. How much for that dog food? Do you ship? Chef, I'm very inspired by this fruity fiesta soup. Thank you so much. That's amazing how none of the veggies are uniformly cut. So fancy and nice. Speaking for myself, I am not ready for the surprise.
Like it's
Yeah,
always the comment section that's gold.
the comments
It's
are
never the
gold.
content.
Only
Next
the comment
thing,
section, folks.
not this advertisement. Okay, see it. Oh, here we go. Trump names Dr. Oz to head Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services.
Dr. Ross.
TV doctor. Well, a real doctor, but he's also a TV doctor. He's more of a doctor than Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
But
And he's a doctor like Dr. K, so yeah.
Who's Dr.
That's
K? Sounds like
I think
a Marvel villain.
he's a mental health guy.
Dr.
at
Chaos?
this point, just appoint Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah? Dr.
RD
Doom.
RDJ.
M-
RDJ, baby.
might as well just
RDJ, RFK. Okay, let's get
might
it.
as well just appoint Geraldo for Secretary of Defense at this point.
Geraldo, yeah. And Geraldo's been around for a long time. I was watching an old ass video the other day about
Yeah. He-
he's been around since like I remember his television. He had like a talk show like
You
Oprah.
know, the funny thing about Geraldo is he had good credibility back then, but it actually depreciated with the entire Al Capone thing, opening his vault, wasting
Ow,
people's
yeah.
time.
Whoops.
Nothing
Oh.
inside. So,
Nothing. A bunch of nothing.
even not even the air is actually worth anything.
So
Like,
Dr. Oz is a cardiothoracic surgeon,
mm,
and he got beat by John Fetterman in Pennsylvania in 2022. Um, but I mean, I feel like I think we talked about this the other day. I feel like even though we on the outside are like, Dr. Oz for real, I think I think Trump learned from his first administration. I think
Yeah.
he's making educated, these are not whimsical picks, right? He's not doing this, as a man with no experience or no proper advice. I think he's
He has
making
the full asset. He has the full asset of the Republican Party. So that's that.
yeah.
The thing
But
about
yeah,
Dr. Oz is during his tenureship in media, everyone looks at him somewhat with less credibility because he is all about advertising back then and self promotion, his own products and stuff. Like
yeah,
if you continue that for a couple of years and decades, people would forget you're actually a surgeon. You're a
right.
legit.
He was
You're
he was
legit in the
Oprah.
medical field. Like
Yeah.
all you are is
Yeah.
just a snake oil salesman at that point.
He's another one that Oprah made famous.
Oprah made a lot of people famous,
Two doctors, Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz.
right?
Yeah. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Dr. Oz is going to be in charge of Medicare and Medicaid. Well, fantastic, I guess. At least he's a doctor. Uh, okay. Hot tour.
That's where we are now, Chris. At least he's a doctor.
Oh wow!
At least he's a doctor.
Okay, we're back to
I don't
normal
know. I
again.
don't know who. I don't know who was in charge. Who's in charge of Medicaid, Medicare now?
Who was the last time?
What's his thing?
Because
Head.
I remember when the entire Medicare thing uh, was an issue during the Trump era. Like people were actually scared of it actually going away and being at the forefront of discussions in the Senate and the Congress. That Biden would actually put it in the front of his agenda when he actually holds office. But it wasn't, right? It was infrastructure.
So right now we have
Who is it now?
Chiquita W. Brooks LaSure. Is
Wow. I could
she's an
probably.
American. She's an American healthcare policy official.
What a name.
She got her education from Princeton and
I
Georgetown. Here
heard
we go.
Shakira.
Um,
Right? Sounds like Shakira.
What's the name?
Chiquita.
Chiquita?
Yeah.
Chiquita, like Chiquita
Sounds
Banana.
similar to Shakira.
Chiquita.
Brooks LaSure.
Shakira.
Chiquita.
Yeah, Chiquita. Yeah, that's
Ah,
what it is.
Chiquita. Okay. That's yeah, that's
The banana brand.
yeah. That's a
Sounds.
Spanish
It
that's
sounds like an
history.
investment firm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chiquita Brooks LaSure.
Yeah.
But like I said, at least Dr. Oz is a doctor. I'm not taking away from Mrs. Brooks LaSure, but she's not a doctor.
Like what was
You
his
know,
what was her qualifications back then when she was actually put in office
she's
or
an
given the
American
position?
healthcare policy official, whatever that means.
I mean her qualifications. That's why she was actually chosen.
She earned a master. She has a master's in public policy.
Mm.
I don't even know what that means.
But wouldn't you want someone in the health sector to actually check this out first? Be on top of this?
I mean, you would imagine, right? I mean, it's like 1+1, man. Like,
Like
wouldn't you want a doctor?
no diss on her credentials. She's actually well
No, not
established.
not at all. No disrespect to her,
But there
but
might be at least 20 candidates that are actually much more viable than her.
well, I don't want to go down this road so early in the podcast, but she is black, so that puts her at the top of the list when it comes to Democrat appointees. A black female, DEI.
Oh.
I'm not saying she's a DEI hire. I'm sure she's very, very qualified. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
You would imagine
Highly educated.
Highly educated. Princeton. That's nothing to fucking shake a stick at.
Yeah. As long as they came from a university, yeah. That's a good
Of course, I'm not taking anything from her. I'm just saying you would imagine a doctor would be in this position,
mhm.
you know. But right. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Another fancy chef. This dude's fucking all over my shit. Somebody crocheting noodles. That's pretty cool.
Crocheting noodles. Oh my goodness.
Again, we go back to this part. Like, I always use this as an example. Like, people in Africa, no one there has lactose intolerance. Only in the U.S.
Yeah, that's true. Kentucky basketball. What else we got?
No one in these sorry countries or in dire strait countries are actually afraid of gluten.
It's first world
Like,
problems, man.
like
First world problems.
I don't
First
Oh
even
world
yeah.
problems.
I don't even think any of them have allergies.
Yeah,
They're
no,
allergic.
I don't
You know,
touch.
they're allergic to starving.
Yeah,
So crocheting pasta.
crocheting pasta. Yeah, but you know why a lot of people in the U.S. are allergic to this and that? Why there's autism is ramping up. Um,
Be
RFK
careful.
believes it's the vaccines,
Uh,
man.
be careful out there.
I believe because
There's
you guys allow
a
it.
good autistic people out there.
Like,
So
if I
that.
if I tell my mother I'm allergic to something, I would just get slapped in the back of my head, and just she
Yeah,
just tell me just fucking eat it. Like, people are
yeah.
starving across the world.
Yeah. Same thing for my mom. Just eat. Just eat it.
Well, I'm not allergic to anything, so
Even if I'm
yeah.
allergic to something, she would still ask me to eat it. Like, it, she'd just say that it builds your immune system while she's beside my bed in the hospital.
I have a friend that was allergic to seafood, but he just kept eating it, and now he's not allergic to it anymore.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true, right?
Yeah,
Some
build up a
people, it's the
It
resistance or
same thing
whatever.
with
depends on
alcohol, right? I guess
yeah. It
tolerance
always
for
depends on
alcohol
the gene.
actually, it's
Yeah.
either
It
you
always
build
depends.
a tolerance for it or you turn into an alcoholic. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
best of
Yeah.
both worlds.
That's the problem. But it always depends on the genes, and it always depends on the biology of the person. So
yeah. Of course, yeah.
yeah.
Medical stuff is not blanket, right? It depends
Mhm.
on the person for
Case
sure.
to case basis. That's for sure.
Because I mean, I say this, and then somebody's like, "Oh, but I wanted to eat seafood," and they try to eat shrimp and they fucking die. Not my fault, bro.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Don't do that shit. Just
Again,
cause
ladies and
fucking
You
gentlemen, it's
do
a
it in
case to case
increments,
basis.
not in all of a sudden you're gonna be eating an entire basket of
yeah.
shrimp and prawns.
If you're
Like,
allergic, yeah, if you're allergic to shrimp or seafood and you're trying to get over your allergy, it's all about pace,
yeah,
little
pace
bits. Like
yourself.
don't go get a seafood boil and be like, I eat this shit, I'm cured, because that's not
And
how
of
it goes.
Don't
course,
all of a sudden
and of
go
course, it's
to a
important.
seafood buffet if you're allergic
Yeah,
to it. Like,
you fucking walk in Joe's Crab Shack and just
And of
die from
course,
the
it's
chicken.
I just
important.
want to build up my immunity.
And
To what?
of course, it's
Funeral
important.
bills?
Consult a fucking doctor. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
but
That's
no,
the root.
don't consult. I don't consult a doctor because they're going to tell you not to do it, but it does work. But
Yep.
just do it
Mhm.
carefully. But all right, next, a new 2028 Democrat primary poll.
Okay, that's it. That's gonna be interesting.
Uh, so out of the five potential uh, candidates of the Democrat Party, there are five front runners, the five
They found
superstars,
five.
the Fab Five of the Democrat Party.
Is it the
Starting
view?
five.
No,
God
fuck that.
damn it.
So coming in fourth, and fifth is good old what's his name? Fucking Tampon Tim Waltz. Six
Why?
percent of the vote. This is only five people they have. This is all they have. These five people.
He just had a lot of press. Only 6%.
6%. Nobody likes
Tim
this.
Walz
He's
top,
weird.
is the top running guy in the
Huh?
You
Democratic
know, the
race.
name Tim Walz feels like a Peanuts reject,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Charlie Brown, Tim Walz, Snoopy,
kind of feels that way.
Yeah. And then
Linus.
Okay.
tied also with 6% is Mayor Pete Buttigieg, the transport secretary.
Oh, how far has
6%.
the mighty fallen?
God dang it.
Uh,
Well,
coming in
that's gonna be
third.
fine if he's gonna be competent. He's gonna be the first gay president if that's the case.
Yeah. You think we're not ready for a woman president? Bro, fucking no way are we sending, no way is that happening.
I, they're
Personally,
so
I don't care.
they're so concerned of the first of everything. They should be much more concerned about the last of something,
Yeah. Like the last few years
right?
that we've been
Like
suffering.
they're so pushing the agenda of first female. They might be concerned that people aren't gonna be much more detached to having a female president based on the
Mm.
ones that they're actually putting forward.
And then they have Josh Shapiro, who arguably should have been her vice president pick,
Yeah,
but because of his Jewish lineage, um, they went against it because they didn't want to piss the people that's pro-Palestine off.
Oh yeah,
So they went with this fruitcake from fucking Minnesota or Wisconsin, where the fuck he's from, Minnesota, I think.
yeah. He's from Minnesota.
So he's got a strong 7%.
just one
Uh,
percent strong.
yeah. The one I'm really surprised about, Gavin Newsom, who I assumed would take the helm of the Democrat Party at some point, is polling at 8%.
He's not gonna be
What?
getting the vote because he's a centrist at this point.
Yeah. And like we talk about all the time, the track record thing. California's fucking a shithole. People's leaving there like it's falling into the ocean.
I still
Yeah.
argue that
The
I
only
feel he's
the
in the
only
wrong
time that
party.
it's gonna be falling to the ocean is if the San Andreas fault would destroy Los Angeles.
I still feel like he's in the wrong party.
Yeah, well, he's been indoctrinated since he was a child. I think he's like Nancy Pelosi's nephew or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah, for real. Like they're
a
related somehow.
literal nepo baby.
Yeah.
A
And he's been
literal
he's
nepo
been
baby.
he's
God.
been he's been being groomed for the presidency since he was like a child.
Yeah, that's the place you want to be, right? Groomed by Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's fucking insane anyway. She talked about the Wicked Witch of the West. Jesus Christ.
You guys are gonna have Oz anyway.
Yeah. But coming in at a strong 41%. So I guess there's a shitload of people because I know 41 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 6 does not equal 100.
Please don't tell
Uh-huh.
me it's Hillary again.
It's Kamala,
Or Kamala Harris.
the most unlikable candidate in modern history.
Do they really hate her that much?
Bro, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. It's like a comedy of errors, man. It's like watching the Democrat Party. At first, it was dangerous because they were in power and they controlled the media. And then they put Joe Biden in there, and then it became kind of sad because everybody's like, "Oh no, he's
Like
perfectly fine." And then you watch him, it's like,
Bill,
"No, he's not."
regarding the Democratic Party, Bill Maher made a good point this week. When you're in a hole, stop digging.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
I
stop
think
it.
I
Like,
heard that.
Yeah, he's right. Bill Maher, albeit a little eccentric sometimes,
it's
Classic
just
liberal.
it's just common sense.
it's common sense.
Common
It didn't
fucking
work for
sense.
you the first time. Do you think people would change their mind?
I mean, the Democrat Party went from Obama, peak
Yeah.
peak politician
And if
bullshit,
and if you think about it, the
GOAT politician shit.
Republican Party actually gained a lot in the popular vote. This means a lot of people who voted Democrat before actually voted Republican.
Because it's kind of like when people peak in high school.
Yeah.
It's like the Democrat Party peaked, and now they're just fucking I mean, then they stuck Hillary in there, and Hillary, nobody
Do you,
expected Trump to mollywop her ass. And then
do you
Trump
think the
won, then they,
turn votes for this election would actually be changed in the next one if they still run the same person? Like, I don't think so.
well, maybe because it depends on her opponent. Trump can't win. Trump can't run again.
Yeah.
So the next one
But
is a
then
crack.
again, if you think
Yeah.
So it's
logically,
50-50,
like we said, JD Vance is gonna be the next one in the docket. Like
probably.
it's gonna be an obvious thing. Do you think
Mm.
Kamala would have a chance against someone like that?
Um, I don't think Kamala has a chance for the same reason she lost
Dude,
this one because their track record. They have a track record. There's evidence of her leadership, and it fucking sucks.
I don't
Uh-huh.
understand why the Democrat Party can't understand this fact and this notion regarding this last election. They won a crazy off against an actual crazy person.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Like
circus, and it's a
Kamala
circus.
ran against Trump with
Yeah.
all ethics thrown out the door. Imagine if he's gonna be running against somebody without the baggage of Trump.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I think.
She's
I
gonna
mean,
be destroyed.
if Trump brings back if Trump makes America great again and does everything that he's promised, everything that he's aiming to do, it's going to be a red wave for a few years.
At this point,
How
Chris,
long?
I figured your country should just
How
change their
long?
voting policy and just do everything inside the octagon. Like this is the
I,
only
I
way.
agree. I agree. I agree.
Octagon.
Like make it pay per view. It would actually
Yeah.
fund the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's
I agree.
entertainment. And it's
Yeah.
entertainment, mind you. So
I agree.
either way, bread and circuses.
Make it a round robin for all of the particularly in the primaries. That would be fun.
All right. Let's change speeds a little bit. I feel like we're always on politics and talking about Trump and Harris and all that shit. Uh, Again, this is on my feed.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling and it popped up. What old person thing do you do?
Old person thing.
Oh.
For example, the comment here, the picture with the comment, what old person thing do you do? The guy commented, ask, why them kids ain't in school whenever I see children in the daytime? Why them kids ain't in school?
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to see it.
So, yeah, so what old person thing do you do?
Me?
Yeah, you
Do the
first. Then we'll
dishes when I'm angry.
do the dishes when you're angry.
Yeah. Even if I still find things to actually clean. Even if they're already clean, I'm gonna clean it.
Mm,
Hmm. What about you, Ian? Do you do any old people shit? I mean, you're just like 30 or something. I don't think you do.
maybe the thing that I can say is an old thing that I'm doing is shortwave radio listening, or SWL.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like World
I
War.
have a
Legalize
shortwave radio.
legalize
I was
voyeurism, ladies and gentlemen.
Huh?
That's like World War II old person.
Yeah. It still works though, but
Breaker, breaker. Do you ever hit him with a breaker, breaker?
most of the
Breaker, breaker,
stations
one
that I've
nine.
been most of the stations that I've been listening to are Chinese ones. And when I say shortwave radio, it's uh these
Ooh,
kind of transistor radios. I'll just get it from my bed.
I thought of another one, Chris, and this I don't know if you can relate to this. 3 p.m. sitting on a porch with a hot coffee and just wondering if it's gonna rain tonight.
Or being
Yeah,
happy, if it looks like it's going to rain. It's like looks like
Yeah.
it's going to rain.
this is
We,
the
we,
radio that I
we
have.
sure we
That,
sure need it.
Yeah.
yeah, the antenna.
Like
Oh
worrying
And
shit.
about the
Okay.
weather is an old
yeah,
people thing.
For sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is
That's an
an
old
old,
person.
and it's an old person doing this, and I still
What are
listen to
what
this
are what
because
what kind of
if all
information?
else fails, if all else fails, you need information, and this is your ticket to the world.
What information are you getting from Chinese shortwave radio?
I don't know. I don't speak the language.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, that sounds. Are they
But
pissed off?
aside from
Is he
Chinese
upset?
stations, I also pick up some
Have you ever been in an elevator stuck
VOA
with two
stations.
Chinese actually conversing?
I pick up VOA stations. I even pick up KBS in English. Basically the Korean Broadcasting Service from South
Okay.
Korea. Yeah. Early in the morning, there are some religious services, religious radio services at night, and then there's also early morning broadcasts that I've noticed or I've monitored in Spanish. So yeah, it's it's very much it's very much how do I say this? Very much many and varied.
I guess I guess one of my I guess I have a couple. I had one just earlier today.
What?
What?
Uh I get damn near pissed off when somebody drives too fast on my street.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just today, I
Or
was opening the door and this
somebody
motorcycle went like, and I was like, who the fuck is that? I
I
was
guess
thinking,
another old.
I was like, if he comes back through, I'm gonna stop his ass. That's such an old person thing. Like,
yeah. I always say every time I encounter that, I said, show off, you know,
yeah,
or yeah.
I get annoyed by screaming children.
Yeah, I guess mine
That's
another would be
tolerable, but
actually
then again,
doing a
yeah.
monologue in front of an inanimate object.
Yeah, I do that myself, so I understand.
I've kind of gotten to the point to where I almost hate everyone and everything.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like an old person. It's like,
living life does that to you.
yeah. It's like Julie be like, "Do you want to go to the mall?" It's like I fucking hate the mall. I don't
Yeah,
really though. It's like I don't
It
have really any desires. Like God, I don't
it,
want to
it
go.
feels like it's the proper thing to say in that
Yeah,
statement. Like,
yeah. I don't really get excited about things anymore. I'm
hmm,
more pessimistic, like an old person.
yeah,
yeah,
like a vacation
It's
to you
like,
is just a hassle, right? It's not gonna be a
yeah.
vacation. It's gonna be you paying for stuff that's
It's like
overpriced.
everybody's like, "Oh, it's almost 2025," and they're all like, "Yay, it's almost a new year." And I'm like, "That's 1 year closer to death."
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
You know,
Trust me,
it's fucking
I'm a recovering cynic, and that's also what I'm thinking.
just a negative Nancy like all the time.
like we have this term like this is 40, right? What's 50?
Mhm. Yeah.
Death
Like no
at
matter what, it's
50?
like
Like,
somebody be like, "Oh, it's such a nice day." I'll be like, "Yeah, well, the mosquitoes are gonna be out everywhere later." So can you just enjoy? At the restaurant. Oh, this I did this the other day. We were at the steakhouse, and this okay. It's kind of maybe a topic shift here, kind of, sort of. Um,
Hey, it's your time to shine on
yeah,
today.
kind of
So
like a
yeah, go
motherfucking
ahead.
diamond. But it annoys me to no end. And I was telling her about this, and she like halfway through me telling her, she was like, "Just stop, just stop. I just enjoy what's happening." But I ordered roast beef because I love me some roast beef.
mm,
I ordered roast
Who does
beef, and
anyway?
she ordered ribs, and we they both had salads, right? One salad comes out,
yeah,
and they give it to me. These are the same fucking salad. There's two Caesar salads,
yeah,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Where is the other salad?" And first off, it's incredibly rude. If I don't know if we have any, and this I've mainly noticed this in the Philippines.
Mhm.
Um, if there's anybody watching that's in the service industry, do not serve the foreigner first unless the foreigner is a female. Always serve the lady first. Always.
Yeah,
yeah,
Always,
whether
always, always.
yeah,
Don't say hi to me first. Say hi
yeah,
to her first and then greet me. It's fucking rude. And I don't appreciate it. I don't know what you're trying to do. I
yeah.
don't
And
appreciate
We're a culture that
It
mixed
transcends
two genders together
yeah.
called mom, sir, and mom should be first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
mom
it,
should be first.
yeah, mamzer. But it transcends cultures. So if you greet me first and not my partner, fuck you.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it. And also, but what I wanted to say was, if if the ribs take 10 minutes and the roast beef takes 5 minutes, start the ribs first, and 5 minutes later start the roast beef, so they're finished at the same time, and you can bring them out together. Don't start everything at the same time and then bring it out as it gets done, because we're
you know,
here to eat together.
you know why that is, Chris? The
It's a complete
Philippines,
lack of common sense.
the Philippines, particularly in our culture, we have no concept when it comes to appetizers and main course.
That too. That too.
Yeah.
When I order appetizers, do not bring my appetizers out with my
That
main.
it it's it's really that because we see everything as just a viand, ulam, something that
Yeah.
comes with rice. We don't
Food
have
is food.
any. It's nothing. Like we can basically eat anything at any time, and I understand how foreigners are frustrated with that. I've been in the service
Crazy.
industry. I've worked as a service crew, and I
It's
can
crazy.
understand how you feel. But that's a culture that we have. We have no concept of a main course, an appetizer. Desserts are actually served first sometimes. Come to think
Yeah,
of
Yeah.
they're
it,
Unless you insist that it should be served later.
right?
well,
You
I
have
mean,
to tell them when you want to be served. And the thing is, in
it's
some restaurants, it's not like the restaurants in the U.S. where they have a head chef and you have an entire assembly line that's following. It's just basically people doing what they want to do.
well, that's
Or people who are
It's
assigned
the
to a
fast food. It's the fast food mentality actually seeping its way into the restaurant, the
casual
fine
dining.
dining.
Yeah, well,
That's why we
I
gave up. We just give you guys buffets. You might
I mean,
notice it.
it's understandable if I'm at Manam,
Yeah,
right?
Mhm.
It's understandable. This is Filipino food. This is Filipino culture. This is very Filipino restaurant.
yeah,
If I'm at Texas Roadhouse, then fucking Billy Bob, who's like
yeah,
shift manager or whatever, he should be on this shit. He should know this.
yeah.
Like I understand there's a cultural difference, but inside this establishment, if you're trying to portray a you do it in, like at the if you go to a ramen shop, they should do the service the same way they would do the service in Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and another example of this, in the West, a rice is a sides,
Yeah.
and here it's a main,
Yeah. Ulam
Yeah.
is
I
right?
mean,
you
So
split ulam. You buy
welcome to
15
the
pesos worth of
Philippines.
gulai and you split it. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
we don't have sides here. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, Kenny Rogers does the same shit. Like, come on, man.
yeah, and they should have known better.
They should know this. It's
it's
2025.
it's in the freaking name.
Almost 2025. And I think Italian restaurants are somehow doing that anyway. So I mean they're doing it right, some of them.
But I
So
mean,
that's a
I feel like it's not even, I don't even, I can't really even blame it on a cultural thing because this is a very common sense thing.
mhm.
Her and I, or us four, or five, or 15, or however many people, the plan when we went to the restaurant was to eat together.
Yeah,
So
Mhm.
our food should arrive at the same time. This is very, very basic stuff.
Mhm.
can
I
we
can agree with
also attest that? I guess blame that on the concept of the mall rush. That's why they keep doing that. That
I don't know,
everyone's
but
just
it's weird.
rushing.
If it's us three eating, right? Let's say
Yeah,
us three go out to dinner, and my
yeah.
food comes first. I know for a fact that just as nice guys, you're going to be like, go ahead and eat, man. I'm not going
Yeah.
to eat.
yeah. It's the same
Yeah.
thing with me when I go out with my family. And sometimes some of them are actually served first, even though
Yeah.
we actually got the same thing. I don't usually eat. It's a good. It's courtesy, right? Not eating
I
before the
mean,
others. But the thing about that is, food gets cold.
Food gets cold.
That removes your
Yeah.
enjoyment of the meal, and that reflects badly on the restaurant.
If they
That's
would just
why
bring all the shit together, this would
if
not be
you
an issue.
yeah, and if you look at that, if you scrutinize everything about that, you begin to understand why Gordon Ramsay is so mad every time that
Bro,
happens.
yeah, that's the thing, right? You see, watch fucking. I know these people watch Hell's Kitchen. I know they do.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Watch it. The tables go out together. The appetizers go out together. The main course goes out together. The desserts go out together.
but there is a price tag when it comes to that kind of service here in the Philippines, which is only served for hotels, and that's the sad truth about this.
It's crazy. It's fucking
If you want to
bananas.
be served like the Westerners here, and anyone here in the service industry can probably attest to it. If you want to be served like a Westerner here, or if you that's the culture that you're looking for, you're gonna have to go to the high price hotels for that one because servers there are actually trained to actually accommodate
Right,
Western
but
customs.
I get that they're trained, and I appreciate their training. But how does this not common sense?
It's
Yeah, I
basically
guess I
how everyone
agree.
was actually developed here.
It
Yeah.
doesn't.
Maybe
For
because
me
you
personally, there's no excuse really. I don't see a valid excuse
Like I figured
because
it's
if
yeah,
just how we
understood.
are actually brought up. What we see in our dining table, we're actually growing up being brought forward towards the service industry.
so they're more focused on speed.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it is.
It's
It's
like
the
I
fast
can
food
get this
industry.
out and I can
They
get
want
this
to
out
get
to him in 5 minutes.
they
The
need to
fastest I
get
can get it to
people
her
in
is
the
10 minutes.
door, then out immediately for the next couple of patrons to actually replace them.
But that's the thing. I'm not leaving until she's finished.
Yeah.
Easy money. That's it.
And I also don't like
Fucking money.
once I finish, and this is maybe a red flag of mine. One, I tend to eat too fast. I think that's a military thing,
You're
maybe.
the same thing with me.
Yeah, yeah. I
We
also eat
both grew
fast.
up that way.
Yeah.
Ours
I
But
can
actually
eat.
once
is based on trauma. That's why we eat quickly. I don't know if it's the same with you. If we don't actually finish our meals during the break time, all of the leftovers are actually going to be placed inside a pot, mixed together, and we would have to eat that and finish it.
Lord have
Mhm.
mercy. Mine came from the military. I remember coming home from the military and eating at my mom's dinner table for the first time. She was like, "Son, slow down." Like I was eat. But the biggest thing, my red flag isn't that I eat fast, although it does piss some people off. I've noticed in the past, on dates or stuff or whatever. But when I finish eating, like my plate is clean and my glass is empty,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I've said whatever it is I have to say, like, "Damn, that was good," or whatever. I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
Like I don't sit
Yeah.
there and like,
You don't stick
30
around.
plates and chit chat and it's like, are you done? Like you're done, let's go. Like I'm done eating. I don't want to sit in this restaurant anymore. I'm done eating.
Yeah,
So
It's
if my
also a
if
case
my
you
food
don't
comes first,
wanted to dine in that place.
if my food comes first and I finish eating before she's even started, then
yeah.
that means I have to sit there uncomfortable for probably 20 minutes because I'm dying to leave, but I can't because she's still eating because they don't have common sense back there in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's my rant for today.
Yeah, an understandable rant because I kind of
Thanks for
figured
coming
that
for
would
that,
be something that actually
Dom.
irritates you when you're
It's
here.
the worst. It's the worst. It's just bring the food at the same time.
That's why I pointed out regarding the entire stuff regarding appetizers. A lot of people
Bring
here
the
don't
appetite.
even know what that is.
The thing is, as a customer, and people may agree or disagree in the comments or wherever they want with they argue with their mama. I think as a customer, you should already kind of know what you want for an appetizer before you even
Yeah,
go.
it should complement your
Yeah,
main course, right?
yeah.
Uh, Ian, have you
There,
had
there's
any
the menu for a reason. There's always a menu for a reason. So, yeah, you should
yeah.
make up your mind.
Yeah, you should know and then tell them like immediately. And then while they're preparing the appetizers, you're looking at what you want to eat, and then when they bring out the appetizers, then you order your food. That's the one, two, three of. I feel like that's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
And did you work? Have you worked any food service?
Who?
You,
Me?
yeah.
No, I didn't.
Uh, Did you ever think about it? Have you ever considered it, or is it something where you're just like, I am not doing that shit? Coffee shop.
Uh,
What about barista? Have you ever baristaed? I don't know if that's
well,
a
I'm
word.
looking forward to
Baristed.
getting
It
myself
suddenly became a
a
verb.
mobile cafe or something. A mobile cafe meaning uh a cafe on two wheels and a bicycle. I can manage that. Starting with cold brew and then I can go with hot brew. But hopefully, if our podcast and everything that we do would have it would give us some income, why not, right?
Yeah, for sure. So that's is that like your is that like your what do you call it? Like a short-term dream?
That's a very good question. I was looking for I'm looking for that as a long-term one, but I don't know, mid-term, I guess. I can say it's a middle term between long and short.
So hold on, walk me through this.
Yeah.
It's a coffee shop on a bicycle?
Yeah, it works.
Okay, I'm
It
very curious. I've yet to see it. I mean, I'm sure it does. But like, how does it work? Cold brew.
Yeah, because
Cold brew makes sense. It's just ice.
no, it's not ice.
It's
It's
gonna be bottled,
basically
Chris.
yeah, it's gonna be bottled.
So you brew it at home and then take it and sell it.
Yeah,
Uh,
practically that's that. You would have to steep or extract the coffee from the cold water in a refrigerator for around 24 hours, and then it becomes cold brew coffee.
Yeah, and if you do it badly, it's just gonna be tasting like acid.
mm, like
Either
eggs.
that or
Yeah,
uh
it's gonna be sour.
or bitter or a bitter
Like
brew
you need
to
a
do it.
proper technique to cut that acidity.
Would that work as a that would work as a food truck, wouldn't it?
Strictly selling.
Yeah.
Brewing and selling in there. Like you could have
Like,
food trucks aren't really a thing in the
what's
Philippines.
gonna be the difference between someone selling ice cream on the street? Like you've seen a lot of them here, Chris, right?
That's true.
Between that,
Yes, that's true.
I
But I
I
have
think it
not
would just be
seen.
basically the same.
You know what? Actually, Ian, the more I think about this, the more I'm on board, man.
Yeah.
Uh, because
Okay.
it's
I'm intrigued.
very for those viewers who are not familiar with Philippine culture, it's very common for somebody to come riding by your house selling fish, selling ice cream, selling taho, selling fucking balot, selling chichirya, selling
S-
all of this shit.
Salted
I
corn.
never, huh?
Salted corn.
Corn, fresh vegetables, like they just drive
Yeah.
by and it's like gulai, and then you run outside and it's like I ain't got nothing for dinner, so let me get some of that shit you got.
Yeah.
But I have not seen anybody selling coffee that way. So,
It's similar, like I said, to the
and
ice cream stuff, and similar with buko or coconuts.
the buko juice, the
Yeah.
coconut
Coconut.
juice,
If you want
yeah,
fresh ones,
bro,
Yeah.
this would work because also the Philippines is a coffee culture.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. My first involvement with paper straw media was basically a coffee event or coffee related event. Look at that apron in my background. I got that there.
Yeah,
Nice.
and
This would work, man.
yeah, you know where that would also work very well.
Hmm.
In different areas here in, particularly in the metropolis, there are jogging spots here where people actually go for a run. You could just
Uh-huh.
basically spot there in early
You could
Yeah.
morning and get a
you
lot
could
of patrons.
The nearest to you.
roll out to Phil Invest.
Go to
Take your
Mall of
Yeah.
coffee.
Asia. People who are
Yeah.
looking at the sunsets and
Oh,
want to
yeah.
actually stick
Yeah.
around for nightlifes.
Yeah.
What do you need
That's
to get this started? What do you need?
Money,
How much?
yeah.
I mean,
capital,
how much
Money.
money for
Ladies and
what?
gentlemen,
equipment.
it's there are a lot of things you can do to support us here in Paper Straw Media. We need to have a payday for some reason, of
Yeah.
course. So
Yeah.
please,
Cash app. Need to get a
either
cash app.
yeah, either sponsor us or you know give
Who
us
knows?
your
You might see
products
the
and
paper straw brew someday in your area.
Bro, paper
yeah, that
straw
would be a good
coffee.
idea.
But you could do it like paper straw is a place. You know how you have like Romanian
Hmm.
and you just put Ian at the end so it would be paper straw Ian.
Paper
Hmm.
strawian.
Paper straw Ian coffee.
Hmm. That's a bit.
Straw Ian. I don't know. I'm
Maybe
just
paper
fucking
straw
spitting.
would be a good. Yeah,
PSM
that would
coffee.
be.
But I mean
Trademark.
you can incorporate yeah, you can incorporate your name at the end and then it
We're already
sounds like
talking
it's
about
from a place.
merchandising here.
I can see it. Yeah, put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Talking
gonna
to
have some
my
soon.
yeah,
Audience, please look out for it.
Hmm.
but okay,
But
I'm still curious though. What equipment do you need? Because you're doing cold brew at home already, right?
Yeah, I'm doing cold brew at home, and all that I ever need is coffee beans, a coffee grinder,
do
a
you do it
mason jar,
by press or drip?
the
Do you
coffee
do
dripper
drip or
that I
press?
have here. I can use this for
Drip.
cold. Yeah, this one.
Okay. Because
I
usually
can
when we
use
make
this
cold brew,
so that
we
I
use
can
a
strain
press.
the. Yeah, I can so that I can strain the coffee beans. I've been using this not only for my hot brews, but also for the cold brew if I'm going to extract it. Yeah.
Yeah, because me and Sarah actually also make coffee, but we never actually thought about doing business with it. So it's
Visiting your
more of a
place, I
hobby
did
thing.
notice your espresso machine out there. So
Yeah, we have an espresso machine here.
Bro, it's such a good idea, I think.
Yeah,
yeah.
three idiots coffee,
It's a really good
So
idea.
three ID coffee.
But you
yeah,
would
the
have
only thing that
to,
we need to tackle is location, location, location.
I
feel
guess
like
what
people
you
That's yeah.
I guess the
Um,
location is actually easy to find. Like it's coffee. It can be placed anywhere. I think the most important part of that is actually more equipment, supplier, supplier, supplier.
oh yeah.
presentation, because people aren't yet accustomed to buying their coffee from a dude on a bicycle.
Yeah,
So
that's also a good idea.
you have to make it appealing. You have to make it look like this is the new cool thing. Like, where is the coffee bike dude?
What you need to do is a dude in a bikini on a bicycle.
Don't even give me ideas,
Bro,
Chris.
I'm telling you, since
Come on.
I got
Just
some
a
nice
thought.
titties since the pandemic.
With a gut to go
I
along
guess
with
if
it.
we would do that, Chris, yeah, that would be better.
But I'm serious, man. A nice color, not obviously not green because of Starbucks, not brown because brown's kind of shitty. Damn, I'm low key hardcore thinking about this.
Not red because it's Tim
You're
Horton.
you're gonna have to widen your pitch, Ian, because there's a possible investor in this tree.
Oh,
It
this
kind of
is
feels like it.
I think this
really?
I think this is a great idea.
Yeah. I was thinking grayscale or OD green.
You want to
That would
stand
be
out though. You want people to be able to see you when you're coming down the boardwalk at MOA. Like when they
yeah.
see you can't really don't do like the ice cream colors, like the purples and the light blues and the pinks, like Baskin Robbins. Don't do that shit.
Yeah,
Of
Um,
course.
some
Is
people actually
anyone
do these business and actually
has
mesh it
anyone
together with a culture. Like a friend of
yeah.
mine actually meshed the culture of coffee and cycling.
Yeah. I think
So
we have talked about this
yeah, Mad
uh,
Manila.
uh yeah. We've talked about this earlier, Christian. Not really in
that's a
the
good idea.
podcast, but
Yeah,
in preparation
off
or in
camera.
the stages off cam, yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's a good idea though. If anybody's watching, they want to invest, man. Hey, I might if Ian can come up with a number,
Mm,
I wouldn't mind to see this happening.
same
oh
here.
boy. Yeah.
Like
I
it
mean,
doesn't actually require that many equipment, right?
I don't. That's what I'm thinking, man. I mean, you're
No,
already
it
doing the
doesn't.
cold brew at
It really
home.
doesn't.
Yeah. It's
I was
mostly gonna be
thinking,
distribution that's gonna be an issue because you'd want the maximum eyes on it. In terms of advertising, like you have
Social media,
social
bro.
media.
Social
oh
media.
yeah,
That's it.
social
That's
Anyone
it.
media.
can be an
Pop
entrepreneur if they
up,
want to.
and you can create a. You have to create excitement. So it would be like the campaign could be like, where is Coffee Bite today?
Hmm.
And then you
Yeah.
pop up, and then you go live, or your post becomes live. Say
Uh,
at MOA,
hmm.
right? And then people that follow you or whatever be like, oh shit, he's at MOA. Other days you're at ATC. Other days you're at fucking McKinley. Like it
Yeah.
creates this excitement to where it feels exclusive and also um limited.
You know where I feel that would actually be a good business aside from residential? Probably about CBD areas, business districts
Yeah.
Yeah.
would
CBD,
actually
CBD
be a
That's why
nice
I
areas.
said
spot.
that's why I said Phil
And
invest.
Yeah.
yeah. And since Christmas is coming around, churches.
Churches.
Yeah.
But they'd be like, you
We
should
have
just
this
come up with
novena mass
yeah.
for 9 days prior to Christmas, where people get up very early in the morning, and
Is there any law against selling caffeine on the street?
hmm?
I mean, is that maybe the reason it's not already happening?
I figured if it's as simple as that, a lot of people would have been doing it.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's got to be a reason. There's something that we're missing that makes it that this hasn't happened.
Because I don't think there's gonna be anything stopping you since cigarettes are actually being sold on the streets.
Yeah.
The hot brew, I don't think is.
It's not gonna be that fun to actually walk around with something hot.
Of course, I'm not gonna ride a bike with a
And
hot
the storage for the
something
hot
hot.
brew, the bottle, it's not gonna
Yeah.
work.
It's not going to
I
work.
mean,
The
I would
cold
have
brew
to I would
works.
have to boil the water in situ. So
Right.
Yeah,
The cold brew works.
cold brew,
on site, I
pretty
would have
much
to wherever
a
I
given.
wherever I place my bike, or wherever I place my business, I would just have to boil the water. So I would need an oven or a butane stove for that.
And first,
That
first off, we're not going to use a conventional bike. It's got to be an e-bike because I'm not buying coffee from some sweaty ass dude.
fair enough.
You know what I
So
mean? Like even a chick, I don't care if she's in a bikini. If she's sweating all over the place, I don't really
I still would like to see that.
I
see
can
it. Yes.
Yeah.
I can compensate that though by basically bringing some extra clothes. I would ride there on cycling on cycling gear, and then when I get there, I'll just have to change at least the upper gear with civilian clothes.
Yeah, but then you go viral for the wrong thing. Like I caught the coffee bike guy just fucking changing
I
clothes.
feel like this
Like
is pretty basic since I've seen on bikes pandesal with the oven in a bike. So with
I
a big
think
ass oven, like
that one is because it's a
this was
motorcycle.
this was a walk in the
That's a
park compared to
motorcycle.
that.
we just retrofit an in-wow.
Yeah.
That's also a practical one.
It would
So
limit your
I just
reach
hope
though.
the brands that we're mentioning would sponsor us.
An in-wow would limit your reach though.
Hmm.
Welcome to the Paper Straw Podcast, business feasibility planning. So
Yeah, brainstorming,
Yeah,
the paper straw brainstorm.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll think about it, man. But I think that's a good place to shut her down, and we can continue thinking about it after we finish.
this
That's
is
that's a good
Ian's
place. That's a
retirement.
good
This is Ian's retirement plan podcast,
yeah.
right?
That's a good place to. I think it's also a good place to leave the viewers so that they're also like,
Yeah,
uh,
because especially for coffee, there may be competition, but it's very friendly. Everyone's cooperating. Everyone's and coffee will never get out of style. It's been with it's been our lifeblood for the better part of at least 20 years collectively of our lives. So
Well,
why
the
not,
the
right?
the basic the truth of the matter is there's a million coffee shops. There's no coffee bikes.
Yeah. And with rents rising up, mobile cafes is the best way to
Yeah,
go.
you would also have to take into consideration the countries that this would actually cater to. Like
Hmm.
coffee bike stuff might work here in the Philippines,
Yeah,
but
it would work here.
couldn't possibly work in the U.S. with how they treat cyclists there. So
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
oh
and
yeah.
also vendors in general doesn't really work in the U.S.
yeah, a
Mhm.
lot of laws regarding sidewalk
Yeah,
vending there.
lot of laws. Yeah,
And then
but
speaking of,
Particularly
I guess
also for the culture, like people are so accustomed here in the Philippines to actually buy things from the sidewalks that
yeah, I mean,
sidewalks is basically a market in itself.
coffee is not a street food, but it can be.
It can be.
it can be, yeah. And I guess this is also a good way to announce as well that Paper Straw Media would be in the Philippine Bicycle Demo and Expo from
Yeah,
Okay.
November 30th to December 1, 2024. I'll be there because
yeah,
it's basically my personal hobby, and I look forward to meeting at least one of you guys, either you,
yeah,
Christian, or you, Chris, um, there, so we can
yeah. One of us might be
see you
there,
there.
or
See you there, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can say. And
all of us,
with that,
maybe.
yeah,
Who
yeah.
knows?
And with
Yeah,
that,
Yeah, if you
we
maybe.
can
see
wrap it
us,
up.
yeah, if you see
Yeah,
us there, don't be afraid to actually approach us and just say hi.
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Please, we appreciate it. Anyway, Chris, take it away.
Yeah, well, that's it for us today on Paper Straw. I think it was a good. We covered a lot of topics, which we normally do. Came up with $1 million plan, and now we will be back next time. So
Yeah.
for Christian and Ian, I'm Chris Short. This is the Paper Straw Podcast. See y'all next time.